Bird tweets from Matt Heaton. Shannon Heaton here. Welcome to the virtual guided session. We have a birds edition today. All tunes with bird names
this session
that we
is
helped.
For the birds.
It is for the birds and for all of us because we kind of came up with this set list with all these tune names last week at last week's session.
And there are so many tunes with bird names. I don't think we're not even playing all of them.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
We could probably do this every week.
So on that note, for all of us here joining us, to Bob joining us live, and if you're joining us later, welcome as well. To Bob, welcome. I'm glad you're tuning in from Wisconsin, from snowy Wisconsin, and Arthur in France, and Marco in Milano, and Margie in beautiful Minneapolis, and to Gabriella in Germany, to Johnny in LA. Love to you all, to Howard from Seattle, to Bill in San Francisco, to Mike in Portland, to Kevin in Ottawa. Pull up a chair all. So happy to have you. Don, hi in Fort Collins. Hi to Jennifer in Michigan. Hi to Barbara in Virginia. Hilarious, sweet, lovely picture of the owl that you posted on the Facebook page in fitting with the theme today. To Julie and John down the road with all the Blue Jays and Cardinals. To Maria in the UK, welcome on this chilly day. To Jen in Ontario, hello and welcome back, my friend. Happy to have folks joining us indeed. To Allison in Rhode Island, it's dreary here in Medford, Massachusetts as well. Carrie in Florida, hello. Adele in Nova Scotia, hello and welcome. To Jaden in the Netherlands, to Barney in New York, to Saul in Michigan, to Frank and to Anne in Germany, hello. And to Katrina in Maine, glad to have you joining us and dancing with us. We're going to start off with the Nightingale, a lovely composition of Sean Ryan's, right? The late great fiddle player composer from Tipperary. So do 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 dum do do da dee do do dum da. So here we go. Jonathan, welcome back, my friend. Glad to have you joining us from Brazil. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Woo! Lovely tune and a lovely way to begin. I'm glad to have folks flying in here. Dwayne in Ottawa. Hello. Julie in Tennessee. Ignacio in Chile. To Doug in Minnesota. Hi and welcome. Hi, Paul in Dublin. Hi to Larry in Maryland. Hi to Elam in California. Hi to Ted in foggy Ottawa. And really so sweet to be sharing this space with you all. To Cue Ball in Yorkshire. Hi, thanks for joining us in the UK. And Arthur, welcome, welcome. It is an awesome jig. In fact, so pretty. To Captain Tokyo, hello. We have tunes authored, a tune list authored by many of us last week around when we decked the little sweet tree in the corner. Lenore, hi in New Jersey. And Karen and Charlie, hi everybody. In fact, and hello to Patrick. So nice to see and hear you. Rock on. Woohoo. So we're going to carry on with birds, but first I'm going to hang the little wee owl that we found.
Yep.
Last
was
week,
misplaced.
Last week, of course, we decked the tree. We showed you each of our little birds that went on the bird tree.
That's the back of
but
the area.
he was missing, and now he has been found. And so we're going to hang this sweet little owl to complete the bird tree for 2021.
Bird tree.
And we're going to carry on with what tunes, Matt?
We are going to do the Skylark and the bird on the tree. I mean, the bird in the bush.
That's right. Okay, so Elise suggested the Skylark last week, and both Doug and Arthur came up with Bird in the Bush. So we're going to try those for you today. And to An-Dro, hello, and glad you're back, my friend. And to Wes and Julie and Frederick, to Ken in California, good morning to you. And to Harry and family in County Derry, hello and welcome. So, which was, of course, a Name Your Tune selection at one point, into a bird in the bush. So those two. 1, 2, a little slower. Here we go. and congratulations on your flute. This is wonderful, and it is also wonderful that you're getting the support and congrats and celebration with other folks here. You know, this is what this session, and really what any session, what any sharing of Irish music is about. When I started out, there were many people who were willing to play tunes a little bit slower or a couple more times around at Coltis sessions, at wonderful music sessions in Clare, where we spent many winters. I learned lots and lots of tunes just like this from playing with other people and from the encouragement of other people. And that is why we are continuing these virtual guided sessions. And it really wouldn't work without all of us kind of chiming in and building this together. So love that you've got your flute, and love that you're sharing it with all of us. And Pat, welcome. We've got a tune for you, Pat. You brought this tune to us. You suggested it some months ago. The Birds, of course. Perfect for our bird-themed session. The Birds' Hornpipe, which was written by Cuz Tian, by Terry Tian from Slieve Lucra, concertina player. But we know of him through his time in Chicago. I never met him, but many stories about Cuz Tian in wild sessions in Chicago, which is where he relocated. And I see a couple more folks. Welcome to you, Elena, joining us, and to Pat, hello, in County Waterford. And I think, Doug, you got a welcome, and in fact, you got Bird in the Bush, which you recommended last week, so great. And Rune, hello, Jeroen, and welcome. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. So we're going to carry on with some hornpipes with the birds, as I mentioned, and then we're going to play the Blackbird. And to Jeff, hi and welcome. Thanks for joining us. So the birds for Pat, and Sean, Captain Tokyo, you came up with the Blackbird, I believe.
And Bob, yes, I am in fact drinking. This is near the end of the supply of the New Glarus that you brought us when you came to visit. So thank you very much.
Okay. So. And Bill, yes. Blackbird hornpipe. Yep. So, and that's great, James. I'm glad you're joining us from Mando Lesson live stream. Woohoo! Here we go. So, some hornpipes.
Yes.
C and D.
Yes.
1, 2, here we go. there are a number of Blackbird, Hornpipes, and set dances, and that's probably my favorite. Matt, looks like you have a little room to move my way, and also so you can, folks can see your hands a little bit better. And I think basically if you guard your posture, folks will be able to see your hands better too. So let's be here and support you as a community in great supportive posture. So we're going to carry on with, this is not really a most played ever tunes session, as a welcoming,
it's a thematic
yes,
session.
as a welcoming, inclusive session. We do try very much to rotate a lot of common core tunes, common tunes, tunes that I've taught on my Tune of the Month lessons, our Name Your Tune selections. Today, above all, we are trying to hit some of the great bird tune themes for the bird tree, and also because everybody came up with this idea last week, which was really cool. So the morning lark, I don't remember who came up with this one last week. Into the swan among the rushes. So that's the morning lark. And in fact, oh my gosh, there's a lot in the B part of that tune that is similar to the lark in the morning. Very interesting.
Makes you wonder.
Of course, the morning lark, lark in the morning. And then the da 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 dum. That great Ed Reevy tune, Swan Among the Rushes. So we'll do those two, D and G. Loving the hop emojis that we have invented here on this very channel. Very, very exciting. This community has come up with the hop. Jonathan, what do you think? Matt's beer, good, refreshing,
yeah. Oh,
nice,
lovely.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. And Maria, hi, and Seville, welcome, and thanks for joining us. Really happy to have you. And Grania in the bird-filled backyard. How exciting! How sweet is that? And yes, Roxanne, many, many, many bird tunes. Hi and welcome, and many bird tunes to choose from. We'll have to do a sequel sometime. Die do 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 da dum do do da dum. 1, 2. Could have played it 4 more times. Indeed. Could have played it 4 more times. There are just too many bird tunes to get to.
There are. I even thought of like 2 more while we were sitting here.
Well, I know. And Pat suggested the Morning Thrush. There are just so many. And also Jaden's great tune. We did not prepare that for today. We'll have to do that in a future installment
Of
soon.
bird tunes.
Of bird tunes. There are so many. So we've got to keep the hits a-coming.
Yeah.
On to the beautiful Goldfinch, which Frank and Gabriella both suggested. How does it start? Oh, yes. This is a Marcus Hernan tune. That's right.
It's a waltz.
It is a waltz. We're going to play waltz in the middle of things. Exciting. And before we do, a big welcome to Mary. Exciting that the birds and the squirrels are chipping along with us. And to Yoe, I'm glad you're here now. Johan, I'm so glad you made it here. And that's wonderful that you found us through Baron. And if anybody can remind us of Baron's channel, so you can, if you feel like doing a double header sometime, you could join him the hour before our session to warm up, especially for all the mandolin players here. So Johan and everybody, welcome. You're all very, very welcome here. So yes, James, Pigeon on a Gate is a good one. Yes, we'll include that soon. But first, the Goldfinch. Beautiful Goldfinch. And Christian, yes, lovely to be joined by Mando players here. I can hear you, Christian, playing along with us. So dum dee doo 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 doo. 1, 2, 3, here we go. beautiful tune.
Yeah, I know. It's really growing on me.
And boy, those flute players, they really do know from birds, I guess. Write good bird tunes.
I feel it would make a good mandolin tune, that one. I could really hear that being a big mandolin hit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, we had mandolin players joining us.
That's why it's in my head.
And I heard it, and it sounded really good.
Yeah.
And hey, that's so great, Minoth disciple. Really nice to have you joining us. And we did the Nightingale in the very beginning. but not the Nightingale Sing. We didn't do that, but we did do the Nightingale by Sean Ryan, a lovely tune. But anyway, you're very welcome. Glad you're joining us for Mando Lessons as well. And to Barry in County Cavan. Hey, weren't we
great
just
minds.
thinking of playing the Woodcock by Hammy Hamilton, speaking of flute tunes. And last week, Scott had also suggested the Woodcock, a great composition by the wonderful flute player and flute maker, Hammy Hamilton from Belfast. And we'll do the Swallowtail after that, of course. Arthur had suggested that, and that's a common chord tune, something that we rotate frequently here. Followed by Jeff's idea of the Thrush in the Straw, one of my favorite tunes of all time. It's also called The Humours of Lachine, and I know it from the playing of, I think, Seamus Ennis. And who else is coming in here to... Shane, hello and welcome. Nice to have you joining us again. And is it a new camera? It's a
No, it's, you know what it is?
It's because of the light.
It's the light. The past couple weeks it's been super sunny, and today it's totally overcast, and it's picking it up beautifully.
You think we look beautiful?
No, I think the picture's great. It is. I mean, it's better than
Okay.
it's been.
All right. So we're doing some jigs. We're doing the old hammy. Okay. That's right.
Okay.
Great. So here we. All right. I'm just typing things in. I'm going fast and furious here.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Trying my
It's
best.
fabulous.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Here we go. have got to find the Woodcock dance on YouTube afterwards. I cannot wait to see that.
Oh, like actual woodcocks?
Yes.
It's not like some...
So I'm going to change the subject abruptly
Nope.
from sweet birds,
Oh.
the theme of this session, to elephants for just a moment.
Oh.
You may
They're
recall.
related.
You may recall if you have been tuning in to this session last year in our neighbor's trash. Matt found a collection of small elephants. It wasn't super small collection. And once a week, he would give me one of these elephants. I'm not a big hoarder. I am not a huge collector of items. And so to be presented with like 10 little elephants was not entirely solicited or even welcome, but it ended up being very hilarious. And they're very small. So that was a lot of fun. We also have amassed a collection of plants. Our friend Ken gave us the most thoughtful gift ever. Hello. Do-do-do. The elephant.
watering can.
The elephant in the room. So sweet. Oh my gosh. It's so outstandingly amazing. Okay, we're going to carry on with some reels for the elephant and for the birds, indeed. Hop. Are we being infiltrated by the alt-right? The chat keeps being disconnected?
I think it's grand.
But the Thrush is a really, really nice tune indeed. Hi, Stephen in Idaho. I'm so glad you're joining us. Woohoo! Vibing Woodcock next week. That is definitely the thing. And hi, Neil. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Happy to have you here. So here we go with some reels. We're going to play the Curlew, which was suggested last week by Aaron. That's a great composition of Josephine Keegan, who's one of my favorite fiddle players, piano players, composers of all time in County Armagh. So the Curlew in B minor, followed by, yes, let's do the Pigeon on the Gate. Adele suggested it last week, and also we've had folks suggesting it. Oh my gosh, the elephant emojis are incredible. Elephant in the Room, it would be a good tune name.
Quick aside on the Curlew.
Do it.
It's in B minor. There's a lot of lots of B minor tunes have a tendency to go to D in the second part. This one does not. Whoa.
I did write a tune called The Three-Legged Elephant.
That's true.
In the Room.
Yeah.
The Three-Legged Elephant and the Elephant in the Room.
Not bird themed.
No. I haven't moved on apparently. Shannon, move on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo. Okay, I gotta stretch my hand. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Great tune suggestions, everyone, from last week, and continuing great tune suggestions. We can't fit them all in, and already I feel like we're running out of time. But this is a blast. Loving it, and so glad to have you joining us today. And Penn, what the Thrush said, I don't actually know the Keats poem, so I'll have to check it out. Thanks. Loved that tip.
And saw the, yes, I like the idea that if we just add a comma in, we're being infiltrated by the alt, right?
Yep. Keeping it light and sunny, as Pat said. Indeed. And so, and Elizabeth, I don't know if you got a formal welcome. So this session, since March 2020, has been running because of all of us chipping in, suggesting tunes, participating, encouraging one another, and so excited to keep it going. The other thing that has helped this session keep going is that once a week we do ask for a free will offering if you are still being paid to work, and you can kick in. I'm putting in links here.
The tip jar, the virtual tip jar.
And if that's not accessible to you, it's no worries. This is for all of us, because, you know, that's how I learned too, was from people teaching me tunes and playing with me. So here we go. We're going to play an offertory selection. Now, this does have God and Jesus in it. It's the Carol of the Birds. It's a very old, beautiful Catalan carol. That we know first from the playing of Pablo Casals. You know, it does what old Irish songs do best, and that is combine Christianity with pagan spirituality. Love it. So if the God word or the Jesus world don't resonate with you, just substitute it with community or love or, you know, inspiration. So here we go. The Carol of the Birds. Just
It's
a
nice
guitar
one.
player
That is
who
nice
owns a
one.
bouzouki. But a lovely bouzouki player. Oh, so sweet. That's such a sweet one. Definitely, I almost wanted to say that Nightingale was first because we did the Nightingale first in this set. Oh my gosh, it's like we planned it, which we didn't plan that aspect
No.
of it. And Carrie, you're very good to request that one. You suggested doing Carol of the Birds, I think maybe a couple weeks ago. But anyway, that is the Sweet Carol of the Birds for you in particular because you've been with us in that room at Club Passim doing our Fine Winter's Night show many years, and sad not to do it this year, but also that's okay, it'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
It's not these songs aren't going anywhere. This is but a short moment in the history of these songs and for all of us, hopefully, right? So carrying on, back to the birds.
We never left the birds.
We never left them. We never
Back to
left
the
them.
instrumental birds.
And Betsy, welcome. And I'm so glad that you're joining us. Denise as well. I'm so happy to have folks coming together for some tunes. So what's next, Heaton?
Where are we now? We just did the reel. We just played the curlew, right?
Yeah.
Are we
Let's do
doing
some
the-
hornpipes. Well, yeah, that's right. We had another set of hornpipes, friends, recommended. So the cuckoo's nest, Doug had suggested.
Right.
And then the peacock's feather. That was your idea. I love the peacock's feather, and I know from the Tulla Cayley band playing it. Okay, that's a three-part hornpipe. Very cool. Into there are two peacock's feather hornpipes that I know from the Tulla Cayley band, and that's the best one. So here we go. Tomas, thanks for joining us. Here we go. One. Sorry.
I didn't know.
1, 2. Here we go. tune.
Ooh.
Lovely bird tunes, everybody. Great ideas coming from our community. So we're going to carry on with the Lark in the Morning.
Yes, we are.
Sean Morris and Dean both suggested these, a well-beloved tune that we have not played very many times on this session, but it's a beauty. And I think we're going to start to rotate this one with more regularity. That's a heads up if you're looking for something to learn. Maybe this is a good one, the Lark in the Morning. It's a 4-part jig in D. And Jim, you're right. In fact, the Cuckoo's Nest is a chirpy little tune. And thanks for joining us. Welcome back, my friend. Nice to have you tuning in from Zimbabwe. And so on. And I saw a question about our holiday show. We had not planned to do a holiday show this year, which is, again, temporary.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It'll be back. It'll be back.
Exactly. Okay, so the Lark in the Morning. 1.
How many parts is it, Shannon Eden?
4 parts. Ready? Go. And the bird theme takes flight indeed. So we're going to slow things back down to finish. Friends, thank you for joining us. It's so wonderful to have folks together. Mara, I'm so glad to see you again. And everybody, each and every one of you tuning in right here live with us or tuning in later, you're so welcome to this session. A
Shannon,
big thank you to all, and to
all a good night.
Big thank you.
Yes. Before you do the thank yous, do you have anything to say about the schedule?
Well, next week, hope you'll join us for some mid-tempo tunes, up-tempo chat, and then we'll be taking a break.
We'll be taking the holiday break because of all the holidays falling on Saturdays. So
that's right. And then we'll be back in 2022 with the virtual guided session. We're going to make a couple of changes, so stay tuned, but it'll be the same time. So stay tuned, but we have one more session before the break.
Yes.
So see you next week, I hope.
Next week is the big blowout.
And Grode, hello and welcome. And Susan, glad that you're catching the tail end of us live here. Everybody, thanks for joining. Dhanyavad. Khobkhun naka. Danke. Merci beaucoup. Trugare. Arigato gozaimasu. Kamsahamnida. Tusen tack. Dziękuję. Danke sehr. Grazie. Gramahagat. Muchas gracias. Evcharisto. Tietje. Chwala wam. Shukran. Eskarik asko. Ta palat. Spasiba. Achehe. Salamat. Terima kasih. Diolch. Toda. Kusenem. Muito obrigado. Gam Nino tenda. Ndo. Miigwech. Chwala lepa. Gidos. Jutva. Thanks, folks. We're going to end with the lovely, lovely, beautiful Wren, the king of all An Dro. E minor, friends. And Juan, I'm so glad that you joined us. It's okay that you're at the end. You can watch the replay, and you're very welcome here. Mike, thanks for joining us. Thanks, everybody. And here we go. E minor. Johnny, thanks for requesting that one last week. And Evelyn, I saw your note about the high arpeggios on the harp. I could hear them, so that's why I went up high. All right, friends. Hope to see you here next week or soon. Take very good care. Bye, everyone. Take care.